For summative task 2, I'm using Frank's Red Hat by Sean E. Avery. This is a beautiful book with themes of persistence and trying. I think it's very much appropriate for like a year 1 setting, following those content descriptors, engaging conversations, using active listening, showing interest. That's how I'm going to follow out through this, this LEP. I think this is a perfect book to meet those content descriptors. In the LEP, I'd be assessing how students would demonstrate use interaction skills within a group environment to discuss ideas of what they'll invent for their presentation. Essentially, the book is about Frank, and Frank is a little penguin living in a very bleak, monotone, Arctic region. Frank loves creating, and Frank loves inventing. One day, Frank invents this little red hat. One of the penguins decides to wear it, and then unfortunately that little penguin gets immediately eaten by a killer whale in a light-hearted manner. It's definitely not dark. So nobody wants Frank's red hat. Nobody wants anything that Frank makes ever. They want a blue hat, or a green hat, or a scarf, or any kind of fishing rod he develops. Until one day he finds a seal, and the seal wants the hat, and then it turns out there's a whole colony of seals who want the hat. So it's kind of like a horses for courses. Persist, try. It might not be for those people, but these people appreciate it kind of story. Very simple language, very basic language. It's not convoluted, and he was known for doing things differently. Frank was full of ideas. Very easy descriptive language. So as far as the exercise for the LEP, the hook would be, the little introduction to the hook would be asking them to provide and recall plot points and ideas of the story. Using literal questioning, what do you remember about the story? Then set goals and expectations about the leading into the body, and the body would be initially a think, pair, share. The think, pair, share would be a great chance for students to engage in conversation about the book, and then leading into the group, the main body of the activity, which is about 15 minutes, and it would be grouping students in 4. They get a set of assorted craft materials, and they get to create something. And that something doesn't necessarily have to have a pet, doesn't have to be a hat, doesn't have to be anything of any kind of real focused purpose, but it's just the idea of inventing and trying. And then this group of 4, once they create it, will get up and present through the body of this activity. I would mention too, the grouping in 4, very heterogeneous grouping, using that word, and you need to describe to them, you need to work together as a team to come up with an idea for your presentation. And you can make anything. They need to work together. You'll be listening out for their conversations. Are they acknowledging each other? Are they listening respectfully? Are they speaking clearly? Are they showing active listening skills? In doing so, as far as an assessment, it would be anecdotal notes, and then having some sort of checklist with students' names and going through the groups and questioning, how are you contributing to this? And noting their contributions through their spoken language to the exercise. The students would then, at the end of the lesson, present their idea. You'd give specific feedback, reflective questioning as to how you think they went. What did you feel? Did you enjoy it? How do you think your group worked well together? And noticing, as the teacher, recognizing those contributions, recognizing the individual students who were speaking appropriately or were kind of having a developed sense of social